Hi everybody, how are y'all doing today? Welcome to Richard in the Kitchen. Today I'm cooking up some pork butt. Whew, look at this. This is some good stuff. You can make it in sandwiches, you can eat it on the side as a main dish with some sides of your choice. Man, I tell you what, there is nothing better than that. Alright, let's go over the ingredients of what you're going to need to do this. Now what I've got here is almost a 4.5 pound butt roast. They call it all kinds of things. Shoulder roast. Why they call it butt, I don't know. It doesn't even come from that area. It comes from the shoulder. And we'll set that aside for just a second. Now what else we're going to need? We're going to need a large Vidalia onion. I use sweet onion. And a couple of cloves of garlic. This one's kind of big, so I'm just going to use one. And we've got spices here, and I'll go over each spice right before we start to make our rub, which let's get started with that. You can buy your own rub, store-bought. I just like to make mine. It's funner. Alright, so what we got, let's get started making our rub. What I've got is 2 tablespoons of chili powder and 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a tablespoon of ground mustard. A word about mustard. You can also take some yellow mustard and rub that on your butt. That sounded bad. On your pork butt, and that helps to tenderize that meat also. But today I'm just going to use ground. Alright, a lot of people don't use this. I've got 1 teaspoon of cumin in there, and a little bit of onion powder, probably a teaspoon, about 3 teaspoons of coarse salt, and a tablespoon of pepper. And we just mix this up, and we'll get ready to rub our butt with it. We've got our rub made, and we've got our pork butt ready here. You might want to use some gloves for this. Kind of keeps your hands from getting stained from the rub. But what you want to do is generously just put this rub all over this piece of meat here. Rub it in. I do it dry. A lot of people use olive oil and all kinds of things to help it stick, but you get it in all those crevices. Man, look at that. Rub it in. I love pulled pork sandwiches. It's Father's Day today. Me and the dog, I'm going to have this. Of course, I don't feed the dog that, but man, look at that. Just get all of that in really good. Hope y'all can see that pretty good. And just rub that into that meat. Do both sides. We'll flip it over. Man, I tell you what, when this is done, now this particular piece of meat does not have a thick fat cap on it. And so I normally, if it has a thick one, I usually trim some of it off, but this has a real thin layer of fat, and it's going to do good to permeate this meat and make it tender, along with that slow cooking process. I'm going to cook it on low for about 8 to 10 hours. Get all that rub in there. Man, look at that. Almost smells good enough to eat now. I think y'all be visiting me in the hospital. But this is fun to do. It's easy to do. It's really fun on the grill, but I'm not going to go out in this heat. I've been in the heat for 10 days straight at the ballpark. Ain't going to do it. So there you go. It's ready for our slow cooker. Alright. I've got this Vidalia onion chopped up, not too finely. We're going to make a bed, bottom of our crock pot. We're then going to take our butt and set it in on top of that. And then we will pour a cup of chicken stock. This really helps to keep it moist. I'm going to add some chopped up fresh garlic. And something I like to do is I like to take some barbecue sauce and just give it a squirt over the top. Now we'll add barbecue sauce once we pull this apart, once it's gotten cooked. All right, plug her in, set it on low, cover it up, and let it cook for 8 to 10 hours. I'll see you then. Once your pork butt is done, you can take the barbecue sauce of your choice, and we'll just sprinkle this on here and mix it in. And tonight I'm going to make me a sandwich. I'm not going to be eating this on the side by itself. Just mix that in. Look at how that meat falls apart there. That is just great. Man, it smells so good. I usually do this on the grill, but like I said, it's been so hot lately. I just don't really want to go out in the heat. Man, look at that. Takes some time to do in a slow cooker, about 8 to 10 hours. But I tell you what, while it's cooking, hey, the smell in your home will be so great. All right, let's give this a taste test. Got this pork butt, pulled pork, put on some buns here. Man, I love it. I'm gonna serve this up with some fried pickles. I have another video on that. Y'all can check that out. And some coleslaw and some cold beer. So tender. It's so good. I apologize for eating in front of you. I'm gonna have another bite. Oh my God, that's so good. Hey guys, give this a try. It's real easy to do. It takes a little bit of time in the slow cooker, but man, it's well worth it. You know, it's not like you have to eat right away, because I tell you what, the smells in your home while you're doing this, it's just, oh man, to make your dog happy, make you happy. Excuse me. Woo! That's good. Anyway, till next time, I'll give this a try. I'm sorry, man, that's so good. Be nice to somebody. They'll appreciate it. Bye-bye, y'all.